Hello, my name's James Freeman, and my research question is, what initiatives could the City of Sydney use to increase the use of electric cars? Research is conducted for the City of Sydney and is for the attention of the Central Sydney Traffic and Transport Committee. Firstly, City of Sydney 2030, Strategic Direction 3, Integrated Transport for a Connected City. Of the 8 key points here, I think 4 are relevant for this presentation, which are greenhouse gas emissions and global warming, economic competitiveness, congestion, and improving health and well-being. Cars will remain a big part of personal transport in the medium term. We should be seeking to minimise their impact. Here you see a few statistics from the Bureau of Transport and Regional Economics, which are quite alarming and are a key issue if we don't start addressing these issues. The challenges are both local and global. Electric cars are a much greener alternative to traditional petrol or diesel-powered cars. Petrol and diesel cars are highly destructive. There are several issues such as the noise and air pollution. Research has shown deaths are up 68% over a 5-year period in Australia from air pollution. Petrol is non-renewable and a limited resource. Electric vehicles are a viable alternative. There are many advantages of electric vehicles over petrol or diesel cars, such as them being more efficient at converting stored energy into driving a vehicle. They're much cheaper to run. They do not emit pollution or greenhouse gases. They're much quieter, and they also enhance energy security by reducing dependence on other forms of fuel. There are some challenges as noted here, but technology is rapidly advancing and reducing the impacts of these. So what have some of the other major cities done? Firstly, turning to Oslo in Norway. Oslo is now recognised as the EV capital of the world. It has almost 15,000 electric vehicles, the largest EV fleet in the world, and about 5,000 charging stations, of which 500 are in the capital of Oslo. So what initiatives created this? There was things such as exempting battery electric vehicles from non-recurring vehicle fees, exempting EVs from annual road taxes, public parking fees, tolls, and allowing them to use bus lanes. The Postal Service is now testing EVs, and the City of Oslo is seeking to make its vehicle fleet zero emission. There are some challenges now due to EVs' popularity, such as congestion on the bus lanes. Here we have a few images of electric vehicles in Oslo, including a Tesla S taxi. The next city I looked at was Barcelona in Spain. Barcelona is pursuing electric mobility to reduce CO2 emissions and noise, reduce oil dependency, improve efficiencies, and provide opportunities for development. It is another country that's well advanced in the adoption of EVs. It now has a Nissan production plant of zero-emission vehicles, and there are several electric car rental companies in operation. So what incentives were there? There was incentives to increase the adoption of EVs were similar to that of Oslo, with purchase price contributions from the government, discounts on registration, free recharging points, and parking zones across the city. There is an EV card which EV vehicle owners are provided, which provides free parking and low-cost charging in certain areas. The LIVE program seeks to position Barcelona as a centre of innovation in electric mobility. Here we have some images, such as the electric vehicle card and Charge Locator, an application which allows users to find charging points across the city. The next city I looked at was Seattle in Washington, United States. Seattle started working on being EV ready in 2009 to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. They wanted to get the city plug-in ready. Some of the initiatives included simplifying approval processes for installing charging stations, developing a regional electric vehicle strategy, and educating the public on the benefits of electric vehicles. The city now has 43 electric vehicles in its fleet, which replace less efficient vehicles. The city has saved a large amount on fuel and was awarded the top green fleet in 2010. On the next 2 slides, I outline initiatives that the City of Sydney should implement or at least investigate further. On the right, I have outlined how easy or otherwise I believe it would be to adopt that initiative. The City of Sydney could change their fleet vehicles to electric vehicles. They could create an EV car sharing scheme which allows users to try them before they buy them, create priority parking spots, and encourage others to create it as well, such as businesses. The city could develop an EV charging network It could allow EV users to use bus lanes, taxi lanes and toll roads free of charge. It could also join EV groups across the world to learn from them and share knowledge. The city should set goals and targets for EV adoption. It should collaborate with state and federal governments to provide financial incentive for EV purchases, funding of R&D, and consider using council levies as a tool to incentivise people. It should recognise and promote businesses who have EV charging stations. Finally, the risk of action versus non-action. The estimates by the Bureau of Transport and Regional Economics in the second slide are more likely to come true if some of these measures are not adopted. It is important we act now to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Many other developed countries and cities are doing so with electric vehicles. We should too.